Hi guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, thank you so much. Please do well to subscribe and turn on the bell notification so that you will get notified each time we upload. And also do not forget to leave a comment after watching, and you can also share this video. Thank you so much. I just finished watching an interview, a Tell It All by Mohbad's wife. You guys, for those of you that do not know Mohbad was the slain Nigerian musical artist who died about 2 years ago. Since Mohbad's death, a lot of things have happened. A lot of narratives have been pushed. A lot of lies have been spilled. A lot of fights, a lot of conflicts, a lot of hearsay. The controversy surrounding Mohbad's death is something that I have never seen in Nigeria before. There was nothing people did not say about Mohbad's death. But the facts are there. The fact still remains that Mohbad was bullied by a group of people that he works with. There were live videos of Mohbad bleeding, and he confessed that he was beaten by Naira Marley's boys, that Naira Marley sent his boys to beat him. That was a live video. There were recorded videos of Mohbad being bullied by people that are close to Naira Marley, and according to Mohbad, those people were sent by Naira Marley. These videos are online, but these videos are not enough proof. On that fateful day that Mohbad died, according to his wife, he was ill, and they called a doctor to come and treat him. The doctor came, and I don't know what the doctor gave to him. And then, before you know it, he got worse, and before they could get to the hospital, he died. They said he was pronounced dead on arrival. So a lot of things are not just adding up. A lot of things are not adding up at all. But the facts from the videos that we have seen so far is that Mohbad was bullied by people that were on a recorded video bullying him. That's the only fact that we know. Nigerian police, being Nigerian police, did not do a proper investigation on this case. Yes, at some point, the Lagos state government intervened and said they were going to carry out an autopsy. According to Mohbad's wife, in this recently released interview, she said that 2 autopsies were carried out. The ones done by the government and the private one that they went to. But the results of these autopsies, we did not see. None. We did not see it. So, what could the government be hiding? What could they be hiding? All the people that were in Mohbad's life, what could they be hiding? Why is nobody releasing the results of the autopsy? They would say, oh, that is not our business. Of course, it is not our business, but since it has come to social media, it becomes everybody's business. Emotions of almost everybody were involved. People had to pay attention to the case because of the videos of the bullying that were flying around. So people wanted to know the real truth and what happened to Mohbad. In the course of seeking for justice for Mohbad, VeryDarkMan, VDM, had to dive into the case. You guys know VeryDarkMan now. But this time, VeryDarkMan ruined the case. VeryDarkMan tried to turn the case against the wife without an evidence that the wife could be responsible for his death. VeryDarkMan decided to leave the question of how did Mohbad die and who died Mohbad, and change the narrative to the wife must carry out a DNA test. Now, you guys, for the benefit of people that do not know VeryDarkMan is one person that likes to be at the forefront of everything. And once he's not at the forefront of everything, he's going to scatter it. And another thing about VeryDarkMan is that if a case involves a woman, VeryDarkMan do not tend to speak the truth, especially if it's a man and woman. He does not speak the truth, and he will never side the woman. He will always side the men. Except, there's an exception, except he has had issues with that man. Then VeryDarkMan will side the woman and use the woman to fight his personal battles with the man. This is the only exception. So VeryDarkMan turned the case of Mohbad and changed everything. He has a huge platform. So he had the audience. And what did VeryDarkMan do with the audience? He turned the case against the wife. If you listen to this interview that Wunmi had with Shude, You will cry with her. You will see a widow that has been mourning the love of her life. Someone she met when she was 15. She said she met Mohbad as a normal person on to go. If you watch the interview, you will see a woman that has battled so much with her child. How did we get here? There is only one reason. Because if you want to blame a Nigerian, if you want to make Nigerians to hate a Nigerian woman, just accuse the woman of sleeping around. Even without evidence, just accuse the woman of sleeping around. Without evidence, everybody will believe you and turn against the woman. That is exactly the psyche of VeryDarkMan used. And it worked perfectly for him. And since then, VeryDarkMan has not stopped. He continued to do the same thing to other people, not just Mohbad's wife. He continued to do the same thing to other women. But I do not blame VeryDarkMan. Of course, he's a content creator, so sometimes he can say things just for controversy and so that he will be popular and get more viewers and more money. You know, I do not blame him, but I blame our society. A poor lady that lost her husband at that young age, she has a child with this man. A child that, according to me, the husband loved so much. Mohbad tattooed his son on his hand. He tattooed his son. According to Wunmi, Mohbad does not play with their son. If you see Mohbad and see his son, they are identical. Not like it matters, because I do not actually care about the DNA that VeryDarkMan is requesting, because we all know that he's not asking it in a good faith. And he's in no position to ask for DNA. He's not the husband of Wunmi. He's not family related to them, so he's in no position to ask of it. And the Mohbad's father that had to hang on to the DNA after VeryDarkMan brought it up, he did that because when Mohbad died, this man came and what he was interested in was to take the properties from the wife. His son had not been buried at the time. This man wanted to take all the property from this woman, but the woman said no. She said lie. And according to this recent interview that Mohbad's wife had with Tuesday, she revealed that when her husband died, they tried to steal her child from her. And that was her husband's family. That is the father. Tried to steal her child from her. They wanted to take everything that her husband had so that they would leave the poor woman and her child to go and fend for the child alone. With what? She has been a stay-at-home mom. The baby was 6 months when the father died. So how is Wunmi going to fend for that child if Mohbad's father is allowed to take everything? So since Mohbad's father could not lay his hands on the things, the properties that he wanted, he decided to join VeryDarkMan. That is, people that hate Wunmi. He decided to join them to smear her image. And as he was doing it, he didn't even know that he was also smearing the image of his grandchild. A child that ordinarily should remind him of his son, because this child is a carbon copy of the father. It's the carbon copy of Mohbad. But because of greed, because of the things of this world, people will see truth and they will not like to say it. Up to this moment that I'm telling you guys now, Mohbad has not been buried. The wife just revealed it. Mohbad has not been buried. That he's still at Yaba morgue. He has not been buried. Why? Why has he not been buried? And from the way the wife speak about him in that interview, you would know that this woman loved her husband so much. When she talked about him, her face lit up. And she would say that she didn't feel that the husband is dead because the husband has not been buried. That she still feel like the husband is still alive and with them. And that if the husband were to be alive, that she wished we could see dead people and their reactions. That the husband would be crying, especially that this thing, the bullying of his son and his wife, were coming from his father. The fate of widows in Africa. It is not easy. It is not easy. But Wumi was so smart that she made sure that nobody was able to touch the properties. Very smart of her. I like that. Because had it been she had played good woman or good wife and handed those properties over to the family, by now she and her child would just dey beg for money, even though, yeah, there is Mohbad's friend, Bella Shimoda, that is helping the child. But then you still need to have your own. She was so smart not to allow them come close to the properties. And I pray that God continue to give her strength. Widows go through a lot in Africa. I pray to God to comfort her and her child and to give them the strength and everything they need to survive this bullying, because it's too much for one person. It is well. Tell us what you think about this issue, guys. What do you guys think about Mohbad's wife? What do you think about the role of VeryDarkMan in the case? And tell us what you think about Mohbad's father. Let me read your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you guys so much, and see you all in the next one. Bye.